Good afternoon. So in today's tutorial, we're still on the left panel of TMTech POS. We're still on the left panel. In the previous tutorial, we touched on purchases, which is on the left panel. We touched on the three um, subheadings under purchasing purchases. Sorry. Today we're gonna go one step further and we're gonna go into selling. So you see sell on the left panel, and if we click on the drop down, we would see a number of subheadings. So let's dive right into it. The first item, we see all sales. So as in all the other sub menus, we have our filter bar. You can filter by customer, business, payment status, etc. And to the bottom of that, we would see where we have all our sales, right? And then we have our totals, right? We can scroll that and see all our totals based on information that we have. So all sales is basically sales that is coming from the desktop application, sales that is coming from the mobile application, iOS and Android, and sales that are being created by our back room or back office staff. So, for instance, if we're doing any manual sales and giving invoices, then that would show here. And the sales invoice numbers vary as well, right? The sales invoice numbers, they vary. So if we scroll, we will see 0058. We will see this long number. This is the invoice from the desktop app, indicating, the year, month, and however they standardize that, right? So now we're going to add a sale. So to add a sale, you can either come to all sales and click the button on the right top corner of this screen. You see the plus sign, add sales, or on the left panel, we can hit add sales as well. So just as when we are adding purchases, we have a number of options to the top. So we went over the selling group previously. So we have wholesalers, directors, and tutorial. So we know the selling group is where we can apply things like discounts, etc., to a particular group of customers. So there's customer group, and then there's selling group. All right, and your customers can be in both. So we here this is we are not doing the restaurant aspect of things, as you know, TM Tech, we service a lot of different businesses. So we have our selling group tutorial. We have our customers. We already know how to create customers. And we can add a customer on the go as well, right? So we can give this customer, let's say, 90 days. If it's a wholesale customer, in order to pay us, this is the invoice date. We have the status. So our status is, this could be a quotation. We could just be making a draft. It could be a performer invoice, or it could finalize when we make our payment, right? Now we have our invoice scheme, and we will touch on that when we reach into the settings. Sorry. So our invoice scheme, we can have a different, that is for like different layouts: classic, modern, elegant, etc. So that would stay on default. Our invoice number could be left blank and it would auto-generate. Table and service staff, this is basically for restaurants. And moving down, now we have our SKU, or we can type the description and we go at tutorial. So we're selling this person tutorial. So let's create a customer, and this is an individual customer. Let's put them in our customer group wholesale. Let's say this customer name is tutorial, and that is the only thing that is mandatory, that and the phone number. Sorry, I placed the equal sign, that and the phone number, and we can hit save now. It's safe for us to hit save. So we have our customer tutorial, right? So we're selling them tutorial. We don't need to put any discounts on this. There's no warranty. So one thing we must look at is this. So the price of this is $62.44. However, this customer is getting it for $55. Why is this customer getting this for $55? This customer is getting this for $55 because we have, where is it? Boom, boom, boom. We have our selling group of tutorial. And if we go back to tutorial, I believe we gave them some sort of discount. Right? So that is why we're seeing 55 when it was really $64. We can give them additional discount as well. We can give them an additional discount, but we're not doing that. We're just using it from our selling group. We can give them an additional discount here as well, but we're not doing that. So this is their shipping address, the customer's shipping address, because we are shipping details, sorry. So I'm just saying tutorial, deliver this time, and we're delivering it to tutorial. Tutorial Street, Tutorial Village, right? Shipping charge, we're gonna charge them $5, right? So that would increase the total payable. So we can put all of these information, delivery person, we could put shipping status. Okay, we can say it's shipped. We can add the document to here, and we're saying that this customer paid us cash already for this, right? So we could save and print. So if let me see what is causing that. Okay, so we're saying that this is final, right? And we say save and print. So this here is the my default template. So this is an A4 paper. So we're not going to print that. We're not going to print this. We're just gonna leave it as is. So after creating that now, we would see our sales shown in all sale. Shipping status, shipped. Now we can hit the action button and we can view this, we can edit it, we can edit the shipping, right? We can see edit the shipping information, right? We can print the invoice, print a package slip, right? So this goes with the invoice, with the driver, sorry. That goes with the driver. To we can see a delivery note, right? The delivery note goes with the driver, with the deliverer, sorry. Right? This is to the packing person, to the warehouse. This is for the driver. We could view the payment. We could do a return. The invoice URL, it just pops up. It just pops up again. And we can send a notification. Right? So that is the action button, and you would find that in everything. You would find the action button in products. You find the action button in purchases, in sales. Anything with a list, it would allow you to edit and do some sort of modification with that item. Right? So should we have placed this? Let me just see. Say edit. Let me see. Oh, no, this is not what we wanted. Right, so we could have created this item, and instead of saying final, we could have said, hey, this is a draft, and it would have shown under the draft, right? So the draft, this is basically the draft. We can create a draft, right? We can create a draft. It's the same exact thing, right? It's the same exact thing like creating a sale. Instead, it's just a draft, and you save and print, or save only. This is add draft. We can list the drafts. I'm not sure if there's any here, and obviously you would have seen it here, and we can click add draft. So it's basically a sale. A draft is basically a sale that you just have pending there. So you're not issuing it to anyone, you just have it pending there. And when the authorization is given to okay, send this person a quotation, send this person an invoice, then we convert this same draft and just send it out. So same as the quotation, if it's not a final invoice, then it's a quotation. You just letting a customer call you and say, hey, I need a quotation. I want to know how much for X or X product, or how much for the tutorial. You send it to them, they get the approval to purchase it. This happens with businesses as well. They get the approval to purchase it from their company. They say, hey, okay, no problem. I've got the approval. This is the check. Send me the invoice. And then you convert your quotation into an invoice. So you're changing the status, and you're not actually creating or duplicating that same invoice, right? Same for quotation. You can add the quotation. You would see all your quotations here. If we click on add quotation, yeah. So if you click on add quotation, yes, it would you would see everything here. We just go on list quotation. Sorry, yes, we just go on list quotation. Shipments, we can see all the shipments. This shipment, we just place that on ship, and we can tap here, and we can add the information, and we could put delivered. So under the shipping status, we have ordered, packed, shipped, delivered. So your warehouse staff can use this, can have a system, and they can use this, and they can update this information. This way everyone is informed. This customer tutorial calls, and he says, you know what, I want to know what's the status of my shipment. You ask for the invoice number, you ask for them to verify what the item is, and you said, you know what, I'm seeing here that this item is actually shipped, right? So yeah, so it's on the way. You'll receive it in a few minutes, a few hours, whatever the case is. And you can even give them the contact information. verify where it's going to, the shipping notes. Shipping notes can be tried contacting customer, no response, returning to warehouse. And it's simple like that, and you update. Yeah. So let's go to discount now. So discount is self-explanatory. Discount is basically a set discount that you are creating on the system to be able to select. That is basically what it is, right? So it's a set discount that you are creating. So we go and we click on the add button. We say tutorial 10% discount, and we now can add the items that we would like on this discount. So if we have an item and we say, hey, here's what we want to put these particular items on a sale, right? Tutorial 10%. Let me put 10% sale. You want to put it on a sale? Oh my god. So tutorial 10% sale. So we place these items on sale. We select the location. We say, okay, we want this high priority. Discount type, it's a percentage, right? Discount amount 10, and we have start date and end date. So we say we're starting today, right? Today at 12:00 a.m. and we're ending the 31st of December 11:59 p.m. So we run that sale, and they ask us, okay, who do we want to think? And we said, here's what everybody from the tutorial, everybody who are tutorial customers or in the tutorial group, we want that. Apply in customer group if we would like. No. So we are just dealing with the selling group tutorial, and we hit save. And just like that, any item that is in the tutorial selling group, any customers that are tutorial customers would receive this 10% discount starting from today and ending on the 31st of December. So you would not have to continuously give this customer or give these customers a 10%. The system would automatically apply the 10% discount, right? So we have subscriptions now. Subscriptions are items or services. If you're a service-based customer and you have someone with a contract, let's say a monthly contract, a yearly contract, then on add-in, let's go back to add sale. You would see subscribe, and then you under subscribe you would say 30 days. Every 30 days, leave it blank if you wanted to go on forever. So you're subscribing every 30 days, whatever the item is here. Let's say tutorial was the item. tutorial will be, this person will be paying, whomever will be paying for every month, they will be paying $55 for that, and it shows here. Yep. And last but not least on this list is important sales. And we all know about important sales, important products. You can generate, there's instructions here. You can download the import sales, the template, sorry. You can download it, fill out the information, save it, upload the information, and update and review. Yes, so here are some, this is the preview the import sales, and then you submit it. You submit it to the location, if it's a particular group, or you select, and then under all these headings, that this is just a change, we can change or skip it, right? And then we submit it. And that is the end of this tutorial dealing with all the items under the sell option on the left side panel of TM Tech POS. So next, we would touch on stock transfer in our next tutorial. Thank you. I hope this tutorial was helpful in showing you how to navigate the sell option, and I hope that you understand everything that is being taught. All right.